Our secondary has been lights out. In that Axel game, they had a quarterback out, but
for sure.
Every time
it's still a good team, man. I mean,
every time the ball goes up, I mean, they definitely give us some confidence. We know they're there.
They're like ball hawks.
I mean, Devin, he's pretty fast. Colton's pretty fast safety. I mean, we're all pretty good. We cover each other pretty well.
I mean, like, anytime the ball gets thrown up, I'm not, like, worried about it. I think it's going to be an interception. And even with our receivers, like, some of those guys play receivers, like, you throw up a 50-50 ball, it's not really a 50-50 ball.
No, it's amazing. You always get the opportunity to go out there and make a play, and everyone cheers for you. So it's really good. I feel like even having a junior, not as a senior, Colter De La Garza, he's really good.
Holy smokes.
He comes in there, makes a hit in, and so he's a really good defense player we have, and we have our corner, Dixon Kellner, and it's just a really big part. We know our D-line, they really give us the time to have fun in the back, and so I really give praise to our D-linemen.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from Devin, because he's a little bit older and has some experience, and I can kind of learn from him a little bit. Yeah, every week it's just fun, just being out there and just making some plays with the guys.
Starting with the D-line, the linebackers all the way into the secondary, they all help each other out tremendously. Our D-line does a great job of getting the pass rush. Our linebackers fly to the ball, and then our secondary guys, we have 4 guys back there that they're ball hawks, man. The ball's in the air, they're going to go get it. It actually helps us out on the offensive side, going against that every day and seeing that.
I like, you're pass protecting, and then all of a sudden you see the ball fly over your head. You look, and Devin's got his guy beat by like 10 yards. Last week we had Colton and Madden. They both made big plays. Yeah. And Pierce, he's just a jump ball guy.
Oh, wow. Definitely seen a lot of growth, especially from, I'd say, our quarterback. Right. I mean, this is his first year playing quarterback.
Ever.
Yeah, ever.
That's crazy.
And he's definitely grown a lot. He's brought the team together. He's definitely done really good.
Matured in the pocket. Sure. A lot.
I mean, I love explosive plays. I love chunking the ball deep, but also, I love handing Halston the ball and watching him run. I mean, whenever I throw it up to him, I don't think it's going to be a 50-50 ball. I have a lot of confidence that he's going to come down with the ball a lot of the times. And so is defense. When the ball goes in the air, it doesn't matter if he's on one side of the field. I feel like he's going to go get it either way.
Yeah, he's starting off the first year, and he's doing really amazing. He found adversity during San Saba. He hurt his shoulder a little bit, and so I feel like he coming back up and just staying in the pocket, very calm, and he's just giving the ball out to us and all of our athletes that we have. It's not just us, so yeah, it's really good.
Last year he was just a safety back there with me, and he was actually our JV quarterback a couple of years ago. Okay. But yeah, he's done good, especially just getting better through every week. Yeah, I feel like our entire team is all capable of making plays. Our O-line's good, and we got a lot of good skill players to get the ball to.
From an offensive standpoint, feeling comfortable being pretty aggressive, knowing that our defense is pretty solid. And if we do have some mistakes, last week we put our defense in a couple of bad positions, against Axtell. Right. Tell the kids, hop out there, let's go, let's get a stop. And we had a couple of big stops inside the goal line, after the offense didn't execute like we've been doing. But that's what the whole team's about. Offense picks up defense, defense picks up the offense. And special teams gets in there when their time's called and executes as well. So, it's been a total team effort. And just really excited about these guys.
We made the run last year, so it's kind of like you've been comparing it. We lost 2 games pretty early on that we should have won, so at that point you're kind of thinking, you don't really know what's going to happen. But we put it all back together, and we've been on a run since then, and I don't think it's going to stop.
We faced a lot of adversity at the beginning of the season. We played against Crawford and San Saba. We had some injuries during the season, so we had to bounce back after that going into district. And so we grew together really good. I feel like just in practice and team dinner and that bonding we have, we grew up with each other since 8th grade, 7th grade. So, it just really is there for us, and we always bounce back from going from good or bad. So it's really good.
Yeah, we started out, we got a couple of dumb losses, but our team definitely grew from them. And we've definitely come together as a team throughout the year.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I think, especially those losses, it's been a real learning curve for us. and it's led us further and further on into the playoffs.
Last year we didn't lose the regular season games, you know, so this year when we lost those, they were like, oh man, coach, you know. But, you know, they took the experience, you know, and they improved, they learned from it. And like I said, we just had some guys filling in some key positions from a year ago. You know, we battled through some injuries early on. You know, we've got some of those kids back now.
Nice.
You know, in this time of the year at our size school, that makes a big difference too. You know, who's healthy at the end of the year, and right now we're feeling good about that.
We had 2 tough losses earlier, and I feel like those really helped us, like, you know, get back on track. It feels great, you know, because we know we can handle stuff when people get hurt.
Right.
We already know we can go through it, so it just feels good to have everyone back.
Defensively, for sure. We were missing a lot of linebackers, essential players on the defense, but we've worked that out since then.
Well, I kind of learned to control my attitude and most of that, and just deal with a good defensive line and everything.
I think it was more like you can't take any team lightly. I mean, we were looking at some of those teams and we're like, man, are these guys really that good?
Right.
And then they go out and beat us and we're like, that shouldn't have happened. You just look back at all the mistakes you had, and you got to go in the next week and fix them.
So, you know, we just needed to wrap up. You know, tackling is a really big thing for us. Just filling the holes, the right holes. We had a freshman middle linebacker get moved up, and, you know, he was new to it. And so just going out here, practicing and learning the plays more, and just getting reps. Reps were really good for us, and so I feel like we really bounced back from just practicing really hard and everyone going 100% all the time.
It's definitely something, because I mean, last year when we faced off against Axel, I mean, we knew we had a good team, and only coming out of that by 1 point. This year going out there beating them like we did was definitely a nice boost for our courage.
Right.
And definitely, even like last year, you were injured, and that was, like Coach Marwitz was saying, that we were kind of just happy to be there in the semifinals, because we were running off a lot of bad injuries to some essential players. But this year, we're ready to go all the way.
We're full steam. We got all our guys. We're ready.
Well, you know, I kind of feel like playoffs last year, our offense kind of died down a little bit. Our defense stepped up. And this year, I kind of feel like we're both on the same page. I mean, I think we have a little bit better athletes, faster athletes, and just we can get it done. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, we all started all during the summer. Well, really last year, honestly. And just getting through last year, and then starting back during the summer, 7-on-7, winning state 7-on-7 and stuff, and that really helped a whole lot. And then just starting in August, actual football practice, and just the whole season.
I wasn't part last year, so this is new for me. You know, just going this far, it's been a blessing. You know, all glory to God. I'm glad that we're back in the same situation we were in last year, and so, you know, just being part of the team again, so it's going to be really good.
I think people have stepped up. We've got offensive people that have stepped up and defensive people that have stepped up, and it takes a whole team to win a game. So you look at, like, early in the season, we might not have been on the right page, but now you look now, and I mean, everybody's just on the same page, and it clicked, and we're rolling.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to base it off of last year, because I don't want to be last year's team.
Sure.
We're completely different, and I mean, just be humble about it, and don't be too cocky.
You know, it's amazing to have a great community. You know, going out there, looking at stands, and our whole community is there. We shut down the whole community. They all come. It's really amazing having people out there to support us, because that's a really big thing for us.
For me, especially, coming back after an injury and being a part of the team that made it further than we ever have last year, there was a lot of pressure to get to that point again, and getting there this year and, you know, making our town proud. Definitely a big deal, and we want to go as far as we can.
Yeah, you know, building off of last year's team, getting to this run, you know, a lot of these guys have that experience, and, you know, they tasted a lot of that success last year. When it gets to these moments, you know, and it's really exciting for the community. You know, we got a lot of support. You know, we get phone calls, emails all the time, you know, from Bulldog supporters from the past and, you know, in the present, just really excited for us, you know, and I'm just happy for these kids. You know, a lot of people put in a lot of time and a lot of work, and not every kid gets to experience the success that our kids are.
Right.
And so, you know, it's an enjoyment seeing that all their hard work pay off. You know, we got one more game before we get to Jerry's World, but these guys, they're putting in some time, and we'll see what happens on Thursday.
I mean, I like our chances this year. It feels different, but still kind of feels the same. Last year, this week, we had a couple injuries that we had to deal with. That was kind of, you know, it kind of took us a step down. But, I mean, we fought hard, and I think this year, with how healthy we are right now, I don't think anything's going to stop us.
Makes sense.